Good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Thank you all for joining us here. Welcome to the next installment of FAE News Network. It's Wednesday night. This is the only way I really can keep track of the days here in 2020. I'm your host, Fairy Princess Lolly. We're here on FAE Productions. Tonight, I am here with Baron Gunther Hammerhands, the not so well.
Different name. Hi.
Look, he's laid up in bed. Famous Dana, the Boggin.
Yay!
Yes, and Sir Kieran. Sir Kieran of Vesuva, have I said that correctly? I don't know. That's land of shapeshifters.
Yes, Your Grace.
Yes. So Sir Kieran actually is a regular with us, mostly though in the tangible world where the things can be touched and you talk to people's face to face. But he has joined us here for the first time tonight, so we're kind of excited to have him. And before we jump into the show, you guys, I just want to go ahead and remind everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button for us and give it, yes, smash it, just right, blow it up, yes. And I also want to, I know, I feel like I need to always come up with something different to say there, right? Like smash the like and subscribe button, huzzah the like and subscribe button, you know, pow the like and subscribe button. But now I just feel like maybe we should start coming up with crazy adjectives like, you know, run over the like and subscribe button.
Assault that button.
Next to back up, so you hit it twice.
Assault, you know, pepper the like and subscribe button.
Press it.
Oh, you get along with your keyboard there. Yes, correct the like and subscribe button, right? So today's show sponsor, I just want to give a shout out, is Bubbles and Things Soap, and a big shout out to Bubbles and Things Soap, today's sponsor, and also one of the contributing vendors to the gift baskets for the Cyber Salon costume contest. So the soap that they actually have contributed for this is Sam's Lollipop soap, and it is a trick-or-treat inspired bitten chunk of glycerin soap that is scented in a sweet yet naughty fragrance. I don't actually know what a naughty fragrance smells like, but I do have something cool to share with you guys. Speaking of fragrances, it'll wait. It is notes of lime, neroli, and frankincense, and it smells like candy with a hint of tang. So check out actually Bubbles and Things Soap. Their stuff is going there in the ticker. Also, you can find their information, links, Instagrams, social media there in the low bar as well. And super thanks to them for being one of the donating vendors to our prize baskets. We're getting some good stuff before, yeah, we are. I'm very excited. So stuff has started coming in pretty soon. I will have it all organized into little virtual pictures for you guys to look at of what's in the first, second, and third prize baskets for the costume contest here on Halloween. So that is exciting. And with that said, I guess, did I say that Ion was going to be late? We can jump into the show though. Like, here we go. So Ion is working, and I see you out there, Kira. Hello. Good evening. So yes, he will be on the way, and I'm very sorry that you're feeling ill, Gunther. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah, you've got Oogie Boogie over your shoulder. Famous Dana, you're fancy tonight. What's going on with that?
Well, I've been doing some cleaning and straightening and reorganizing the things, so I've got my candy corn apron on while cleaning up, and a brand new camera. And since it's an upgrade, it's like hugely better. I figured I have to you know, make myself look all pretty to match the camera.
Well, one of the things I was doing just a couple days ago, everybody should have received their Secret Tooth Fairy Candy Exchange partner by now. And I will say that I did see, because Famous Dana, you filled that out, that you are a candy corn lover. And I just wanted to personally say I was so glad to see that, because I think that it's basically probably just you and me that like the candy corn. Oh, you have little
and the little pumpkins.
Yeah, Gunther bought me some candy corn a while back, but I think that he actually ended up eating most of it. Oogie Boogie ate it. Ah, that's what makes it fat and plump. Well, so now that Sir Kieran is here, you know that Sir Kieran is down there in one of the baronies, Gunther. I mean, you know, that's a thing. Have you thought about trying to enlist him? Have you thought about anything at all today?
About Oogie Boogie.
Other than, yes, I can use Oogie Boogie as a pillow. That's all. I've thought about how I want to sleep more. What was that?
What would I be recruited for?
To be a baron. You know what a baron does?
Politics.
No, that's what princesses do.
Well, I mean, I would like to think that that's actually what a baron does, but Gunther's been a baron for a while, and I'm not sure about his level of politics. So
I'm big, and I have a club. That's my level of politics.
his level of mischief and mayhem is I see an Ion down here in the wings.
I don't know about that. I quite like my position as it is.
Being that of little to no
What position?
Right.
Sorry.
Dana.
Pardon me.
Man, Ion, I really hate that you say that so much. I can hear he put into the comments, "Hi diddly do, neighbor," and I hear it in my head. I cannot not hear it. Oh.
It made me smile too.
What's so bad about it?
You know, the thing is that before I even explained what I was talking about, I said, I hate that you say that so much. You started laughing because you knew what I was talking about, which means you know what's so bad about it. And you did it on purpose. You do want to see that? It's that laugh right there, the laugh of, I did this on purpose. I mean, I know that you like to have your Seelie facade, but I am unconvinced that you are actually Seelie.
I think you're bad, bro.
He's had Slytherin. I'm unconvinced. A Seelie Slytherin? Is it even possible?
No.
It's all because I like green. That's why I'm Slytherin.
It's all because you like green. I don't understand.
House colors.
Because like the Seelie, because we have the
You
Seelie
bloody
for
make
green.
quills that are House Slytherin. How did you miss that?
Because he looks like a leprechaun, and so green was only associated for a moment with leprechauns in my mind. Nothing else, just leprechauns.
Watch out for low-flying airplanes. That's all I'm saying.
That's a pretty low-flying airplane, if you're suggesting. So, hey, by the way, I see here in my little notes, guys, Count Morbid isn't with us tonight because he has had a series of unfortunate events, the details of which I will not go into because they are his events. However, Count Morbid does have a page on Ye Old Book of Faces, and I bet he would love it if you guys went over there and just sent him a nice note. Actually, don't send him a nice note. Send him kind of a dour, sour note because he doesn't really like nice things. But, you know,
so
like
we're supposed to say that we hope his bath bomb exploded?
Well, no, I mean, things like, you know, maybe like, I'm sorry that you've had a terrible week, but at least it wasn't worse. You know, the sort of.
May the clouds ever hang over your head.
Right. Let's see. May all your Girl Scout cookies be unpoisoned. I don't know.
May them be made of real Girl Scouts?
You could give him good tidings like that. He probably would like Girl Scout cookies made of real Girl Scouts. I mean, I'm just saying.
I hope after your good soak in the bathtub that you don't look like Frank.
Well, you do.
You could tell him that, you know, even though his skin probably looks like a raisin, that at least he's the prettiest of the raisins.
Okay, does that make him a prune?
No, it's like a white grape.
Yeah, like a champagne raisin.
Yeah. I mean, I always think of prunes as being old, so I guess maybe a prune. Because isn't he the oldest of all of us? He's ancient. We don't even know how old he is.
Super ancient.
I think he's 527 years old. I'm just guessing.
527 years old.
Yep.
I don't know. Oh wait, I see a Stormy. I see a Stormy down there. Come on, Stormy. She said her camera wasn't working, but I see her beautiful forest.
Ooh.
Nope. I'm not. I don't want to bring her in until I know that all will be well. So it's
that would be an oops.
So I want to show you guys the cool thing that I got. Let me see if I could find it here really quick and put it on the screen. Let's see. Oops, this is close. Not quite it. How about this? Okay. So I got this on a Kickstarter. I don't even know. It's been a long time. And let's see. Oh yes, yay! I see our resident jackalope out there. I guess we have two resident jackalopes. Sarah Nettle is being one of them. Hold on. Too many things going on in my head. Count more bits, Link. Yes. Justinian, I will get that for you. 1 second. Okay, Count Morbid Link. I think if you just go there and type in like Count Morbid, it'll come up. But here it is. And now let me get this. Nope, I see her beautiful forest, but I don't see her yet. She is the elusive Stormy Fae. Okay, here we go. I'm really excited. Oh, I see her. Okay, I'm bringing you in. Hold on. There you are.
Yay,
Welcome.
you made it.
Yay, you did make it. Technical difficulties. Do I hear music coming from somewhere? Is that you, Stormy? Oh, it is. I hear music coming from you? Nope, not anymore. Okay, so this Ode to Space. And I'm really excited because so it's perfume. And some fairies love shoes. I like fragrances. And I got this on a Kickstarter forever ago. It's supposed to be the smell of space. And then they had so many unlocked. So many donations, contributors. They unlocked the extra one, which was the smell of the moon. And I got both of them ordered today, and they're supposed to ship here at the end of the month. I'm really excited.
If it doesn't taste like raspberries, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I thought it was supposed to smell. Well, I thought that Ion said that space smelled like raspberries.
I've said it too.
I thought the moon was supposed to smell like cheese.
The moon is
Oh my
cheese.
gosh, you are the second person to say that today. I told somebody else that I had the Eau de Moon, and they said, does it smell like cheese? I hadn't even thought of that, and I think it's so clever. I really also hope it does not smell like cheese, because I will never wear it. I would not wear something that smells like cheese.
Imagine the smell of cheese that's been rotting in the sky for 6 billion years.
Let us
The
not.
pungence.
It's not rotting, it's aging. You're right.
Aging, yes, aging.
It makes what is the really, really, really smelly cheese? It starts with an H.
Burger.
Limburger starts with an L. I'm sorry, but Limburger was making me think of the Hindenburg. That's why I got to an H. But I know that there is not a cheese named the Hindenburg. I just want you to know that there was a thought process sort of there. Oh, yay. I do see our vendor. Okay.
Hindenburg cheese goes out with a bang.
Which actually sounds pretty terrible, to be honest. Like, there's so many things that came to mind, like cheese, Pop Rocks cheese, right? So that when you put the cheese in your mouth, it's like Pop Rocks. It has like a bang, but it's more like a sizzle. But then I was like, what if when you eat them, just eventually one of them explodes and then you're just covered in cheese? Ugh, so gross. That's such a disgusting thought.
Thank you for that thought.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this.
Yes, well, if you think covered in cheese is a thing, wait till we get to the articles here in a little bit, you guys.
No.
Because we've got.
No.
Ooh, what's that, Stormy?
It's my magic orb.
Is it made out of cheese because it's shaped like the moon?
It is the moon.
Is it actually the moon?
And actually, this one's not, but I do have this one that's the moon.
Whoa.
I have so many magic orbs. Here's the moon, and here's Jupiter.
It's too bright.
Ion's got one of those.
Oh, it changes colors.
Ion's got
And
one
it does kind of look like the moon. It's kind of textured there. Oh, yeah.
It's just white now. It's actually green in my hands, which is weird. But on the screen,
it's because see, when you hold it really close, then we can kind of see like the moon shadows, right there.
I'm being followed by
Oh, I knew it. That song got in my head too the second I said it.
I got that on Facebook. Like, what's the thing where people sell their stuff on Facebook?
Marketplace?
Marketplace. We all are like,
But I got this from this lady. She sells them for $5. She has her little girl do the transactions and stuff. It's so cute.
You got a whole moon on Etsy for $5? I mean, Facebook?
Yeah.
For
$5, and I have another bigger one for $10.
Wow.
I mean, Ion has one in his room that I got for Yule a few years ago, but it was not $5.
It's supposed to be $5.
You also weren't the one that got it for him. I was.
I don't know. What? No, I did not hear you.
I said you're also
Point your finger at pointing your finger is rude. You're supposed to be learning your nobly manners.
You're also not the one that
You
got
know,
it
if
for
he's
him.
pointing
I was.
his finger at you, he's probably casting a spell.
In order, what?
Everybody start talking at once.
And then everybody's like, no, okay, so we do have our vendor down in the wings, and we're going to bring them in here in just a second. But, of course, before we do that, everybody's one of everybody's favorite parts, anyway, the Wheel of Win, okay? We must pull that up because it is that time to the drawing for last week's prize, which was your choice of magic wands from Riffenheim Craft. I always want to say house. Riffenheim Witchcraft. I can do this, right? Like breathe and then say the words. It's okay.
Last week you were having issues with it too.
I was. It's because of why?
Because you're going to try to say Heim means house, and it
No,
doesn't.
it means home. And home is like a house. I mean, there's an extra step in there, but
That she's balancing that moon really good. Look at her.
What?
She's balancing that moon really well.
No, you're not. Yes, you are.
I had to look closer too.
Why can't there be screenshots of things like these? Like somebody make that a thing, right?
Done.
Oh, she's got the whole moon on her head. She's got the whole. Oh man, I'm laughing so hard right now. Okay. Oh no. What's happening right now? Where's all my names? I had the names. Names, come here. What's up about his names?
Oh, name.
I know. I just had everybody's names. What?
It depends on the day and the mood of what my name is.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a legit thing. Okay, so
You
let's
say
see.
know how it is.
I think it depends on who I'm talking to as to what my name is and what their opinion of me is. Yeah, it's a thing, you know. Let's see, here we go. The Wheel of Wind. Da, 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 da. Okay, so here is everybody. We had so many entries, actually, so that was super cool. And now we will put them on the wheel and spin.
We'll win, spin. Show us who will win.
Viola Goring, congratulations, Viola. You are the winner. You will get your choice from Riffenheim Witchcrafts. Your choice of magic wands. There's a whole selection of them for you. And thank you so much for being one of our Patreon patrons, because all of our Patreon patrons get to be automatically entered into every drawing that we do, which is about 8 of them a month. So lots of things to be won here. And with that said, I am going to bring in tonight's vendor, Tabitha. I see you down there. Hello, my lady.
Hi. Okay, does it show up on camera? Okay. Okay.
Yes. Look at that. It looks wonderful. So, man, that's a nice layout. All backlit, so there's light back there, and nothing's disappearing, and you look amazing.
I decided to go for my lighter option this time. I'm like, it's already warm and muggy.
Where are you at?
I live in California.
Oh, well.
So it's on fire.
I'm on fire. Yeah, in fact, my power is due to go out in anywhere from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Is that for real?
For like 3 days. Yeah.
Because
Why?
of fires?
Because of fires. Well, high winds, fires, a whole mix of things.
That sucks.
Oh, that is not awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And hey, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I was reading Holly's comment saying that she had ordered a wand from them. So that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Back to you.
Yep, I hear it. I don't know who it is though. I think it might be you.
What sound is it?
She is all kinds of trouble tonight. Look at her. She's like, no.
She does it as she's muted.
I muted her, yes.
Oh.
See if it was her. But it doesn't seem to matter because she's just down there like, like, yeah.
He's trying to
I'm
convince
pretty
you
sure
to
she told me to steal second base.
It was put on a bat mask, steal second, and dive. So, if you will, introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us who you are, and obviously we know now that you are from Stormy's kingdom, actually, the Kingdom of Pacifica. And yes, and tell us what it is you do. We got a real sneak peek back there in the background, but let's hear it from your lips.
Yes. So when I was like 16, my mother took me to my first Renaissance fair. No, 13, because I got school credit for it. So when I was 13, I went to my first fair, and I kind of just fell in love with the costumes. But it took me a couple years before I was ready to learn to sew because that mule was scary.
Famous Dana is the big other sewer here on the channel. Me, I can only sew books. So,
well, I've sewn pretty much everything you see except for my hat and this thing on my head. So, I started making Renaissance costumes, and I've made them a little more accessible for kids and people who don't want, how would you say, heavy carpets on their body.
oh yeah, that's a thing.
So I kind of
you're
made it
ashamed
more
I don't want that.
in. You'll see lots of cottons, imitation silks. If I do use brocades, I usually use a lighter brocade, unless it's requested that it's a heavier one, then I'll use heavy. But, you know, that's on the choice of the person.
Well, I think it kind of depends on where you're from, too, as to how heavy you might want that to be, right? Because if you go to Ren fairs, I don't know, in the winter, someplace like Michigan, you might want to be actually warmer. Isn't that why
Sure.
that stuff is so heavy? Because England basically is the land where the sun never shines.
Yeah. And when it does, you have this over your skin so you didn't burn.
And I think it wasn't you, because you've been here on the show before, and wasn't it you that was explaining about the wearing of the undergarment, and one of the purposes of it was in order to keep your bodily oils, and because you washed the undergarment and everything else went on top of it.
Yeah, the shift, chemise, chemist, shirt. There are so many words for them that I have lost track. So I usually kind of intermix shift, shirt, and chemise
Bloomers.
when I'm.
Bloomers, yeah. Underoos.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, but technically the what do you call them, combinations, what you would hear of like bloomers, didn't come around until like way later. I think end of the Victorian era, like 1800s.
Yeah.
What
I was getting
before
overexcited
that?
about other things.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Before that, maybe that's an inappropriate question.
Um,
I don't know.
Not an expert, but from what I've seen and read, it was literally just your shift, which usually went down to your knees, and that was it. Then you'd have your other layers on top of it for men and women.
Wow.
So
But how can men wear a shift all the way down to their knees when they're wearing pants?
the pants actually weren't what we consider like tight. A lot of them were a lot looser. You'd stuff the shift down, and it would just cover all of the necessaries.
Wow, that sounds incredibly uncomfortable. More uncomfortable than
Actually,
I-
that sounds really comfortable.
And pants weren't actually.
talk about
Really?
wearing a new definition for wearing your pajamas all day, right?
That's right.
And even pants were actually fairly modern. Prior to the creation of pants, men wore dresses, what we'd consider a dress.
Oh yes, like a tunic, like a huge.
Oh,
huge
all the way to the
tunic.
ground.
Well, I imagine when I think of that, I always think of that as like a Sir Walsingham or a cardinal, right?
Mhm.
Cardinal Richelieu, is that his name from the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
And they wear the big long robes all the way to the ground, and then when I think of Walsingham outfits, I always think of that, or like a
Roman. Toga.
no, I'm trying. Oh, what is it that I'm trying to say? I keep wanting to say
Toga.
Da Vinci,
Toga.
and it is
Toga.
because I'm thinking of
Toga.
like the
Medici?
who was the famous alchemist in the Elizabethan times? John Dee. That's what I'm trying to think of. The name I'm trying to think of, and I think of like these big long robes, where they had the big round hats that they would wear sideways on their heads.
Do you know these guys personally?
What?
Do you know these guys personally?
No.
I didn't either. So
I'm
how
not
the
as
bloody
old
heck do we know who they look like?
I'm not as old as Count Morbid. Whoa, how do you think I know what they look like? I mean,
Tell women show you drawings.
Well, you are a fairy, so you never know your real age.
I don't even have a real age. I can't even count. I mean, that's.
You can't tell.
But yeah, as you can see, we have pants options. So even though they're not historically correct, they are more fantasy based. It's usually what people expect to see is guys in pants. So we make pants options like this. This one laces up in the front. Other ones we have button up. For little boys, we use drawstring sometimes for simpler, easier outfits. So you'll see like a drawstring on this one, which I kind of purposely left showing.
Is it a tunic or pants?
These are pants. I made these like a banner kind of pants. See?
Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Because the top is gray and the bottom is gray, I was like, is that a tunic going all the way down? It was a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I can see. That is super
this
cute.
outfit I actually did something fun with, and it's completely reversible. So if you wanted a black on the outside,
Oh,
you're
nice.
good. But the gray shows up better against the black skirt. So
That makes sense. Well, what is this beautiful dress that's behind you? It looks like it's silver and black brocades, and Like these are the colors of the dumb supper, right?
The teal?
No. Next to the little boy's outfit. Yeah.
It's on a little bit. It's on the dummy. It's a little bit too big because I only have one child right now. But this one is one I've made recently.
The sleeves seem very Italian.
Yes, I was kind of basing on that. Like I said, I apologize. It's not fitting properly. This should actually be a little.
It's a mannequin.
Yeah.
I hope it's a mannequin. I mean, I hope you don't have like a taxidermy human there.
Well, she did say she only has one child, so we're okay.
That would be the other one.
So these sleeves, I have actually did this a little more fantasy and easy for a child to put on for a costume. For example, while these look like these are tie-on sleeves, it's simply just a cotton top sleeve, and the ribbon hold it up. So it can be sized according to the child's like desired length.
Oh, nice. That's clever.
And they tie up simply with just little ribbons, which I do know they did something similar to this, but in multiple pieces during the Renaissance. So this is like a little trick I found out for kids especially, who usually don't want to sit still for about an hour getting dressed because they're not used to it.
That's me.
So we're all
I'm gonna down right now.
I've always loved
I mean, I
tactile
think it was
sleeves for the
okay, but,
temperature
like,
differences.
Oh my God.
So that kind of sums up my style of sewing. I can do more historical looks, but I'm not versed in the
In being
fashion.
Yeah, the super accuracy of the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
make
know.
sure your buttons are the right measured size, right?
I'm
rolling my eyes, Erica, if you couldn't see.
Sorry, go ahead. The what?
Buttons aren't a Renaissance thing.
Are they older or later than the Renaissance?
Depends on which area of the world. I think we found some Roman buttons. We have found some buttons used every once in a while, but they're not commonplace on a majority of clothes that we've found. Again, not a historian, so don't 100% quote me on this, but I would say buttons as we know them come later in the game.
Well, because didn't they used to make buttons out of antlers?
Maybe in different parts of the world. I don't know. Ask Stormy Faye. She has antlers. See if anybody's tried to harvest them before.
Right?
Those are some very nice looking buttons you have there on top of your head, Stormy.
And so yeah,
It's a whole stack of buttons.
I make costumes fair ready, just a little more easy to wear than proper history dresses.
And that's what we appreciate about you.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So here we go. I'm pulling up your shore. Yes, that is a shop and a store is a shore.
Sure.
See, one of those girls I used to use as a little dummy to pin on because she used to be small. She's since grown.
Yes, well, that is what they do. And so
If you stop feeding them, they stop growing.
Well, they stop being alive too, and then I have to deal with the lovely, lovely leftovers that don't stay well for long.
I'm just
Where's Cam Morbid when you need him?
right.
In the bathroom.
He is not streaming.
I
from
was
the
filling in
bathtub.
for him there.
Yes.
Whoa, hello.
Ooh, Smelly Scroll.
I know, right? So this is really cool. Now, do you also? Oh, you do have the hoop skirts. That's what I was going to ask. Do you sell hoop skirts?
For kids, yes. I have found the way I do them, it's very, very simple. I basically take a form of tubing. I sew it into some channel strips for kids, connect them together with a bigger tube, and that way you can take them out to wash them, which they're a child, they're going to need to be washed. But unfortunately, because I don't use the memory steel boning or the memory steel hoop, they don't support for an adult size.
Well, that's you know, I
I am
don't
not
think
a
any
steel
of my
worker.
hoops are actually the memory steel hoop. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think any of them are. I want to see this one on the big screen.
Yeah.
Well, Fairy Princess Lolly's hoop skirt has the boning that you use for a bodice inside of it. It's the flat boning that is in a little tube that goes around hers. And I took hers apart so that it could get washed and then put it all back together.
Yeah. Also,
Don't tell her.
It was basically boggin magic, is what that was.
Couldn't you just use like a
I do use the corset boning. This is the, what is it? Plastic. It's good. It's what I'm wearing right now. And I'm
What
not
you're
small
wearing right now looks awesome, by the way.
Thank you. But yeah, so I do actually make what I call a soft stay inside of all adult costumes for females, unless otherwise stated. And as you can see, I am not a small girl, and this holds me in perfectly fine.
I have that empathy there. I know how you feel.
In fact, I like these more than modern underwear.
Now, here's a question. If somebody wanted to have something made, let's see. I'm looking for I'm looking to pull up the one that I'm trying to pull up the right screen. But if somebody was looking to have something made, are they say maybe is similar but not exact to something? If they sent you pictures, are you able to recreate or create a pattern and do something similar? I mean, you don't want to copy somebody's work exactly, of course. But
if you look at the blue dress, one more down, that was based off of a picture somebody sent me that they wanted made. So that was machine silk with silk satin. The machine silk is the dark blue. And basic, simple Tudor trumpet sleeves, but a little more manageable because she actually has to move around and doesn't have 50 servants to do everything for her.
I love it.
And from the looks of it, she doesn't have the bum roll, which is this pad that sits out over your hips to hold the skirt out a little more. So that's why it's kind of dragging the ground right there.
This under here is where we see the bum roll. Like that looks like a bum roll to me.
Yep. There's that one. You can see it. Well, you can't see it now, but
it's underneath. Yeah, it's underneath, but
yeah. So it holds the skirt out when you don't want to have a full hoop skirt, because technically the Spanish or French farthingale comes in and out, and also personally, it's hard to get around in the small stalls or any doorway.
Yeah, but you know, you can't do the noble rock as easily if you don't have, you know, your bum roll and your hoops, right? So
true. I mean, if you want to go full royal noble, you have a full hoop.
They help keep you cool because while you have all the stuff, it's still away from you a little bit.
The bum roll definitely helps with that too. It's actually what keeps your skirts out away from you.
Yes, from
without
on it.
Full
oh my gosh.
Skirt.
We have a question from the audience about custom. We have a question from the audience about custom orders.
Okay.
This one, does she do customs?
Oh yeah, that's what
here.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Hi. Yeah, on Etsy you'll find two options. I think I was working on a male's custom recently as a simple form on Etsy. But if you contact me through my email or from my shop, which should go directly to my email, tell me what you want, what kind of fabric, what kind of color, and I will let you know the breakdown of the price. You can get an idea of the price from my website. I actually have an area, it's like guidelines, I think I label it as. And you can find out from there, or you can order it directly through Etsy where the prices are already fixed on there for you.
Speaking of which, and pricing, sometimes such things, because it is quite the endeavor, do you do any kind of like a payment plan, so people need to maybe pay in little installments and then at the end do the thing? Is that an option that you would work with them on? Or
I do break it up at least two, I would say I've done. I have them pay for all the material up front because if I go to the store and I make that trip,
right,
I need to make sure that material is paid for.
Right.
And then they can pay shipping, taxes, and my commission fee once I finish the dress. That way they or the outfit or whatever gets made.
That's the best way to do it, in my
And
opinion.
I send pictures as I go. That way you can see what's happening as I do it.
Now I want all kinds of new dresses, and I want them to be made out of like crazy, amazing materials because I am
Mine
me.
is silks.
I would say so. There are amazing silks,
Things.
but what people don't realize is there's this imitation silk, like what I'm wearing now.
Here, I'm gonna make you big. Okay.
This is my skirt. I'm trying to show you my skirt. This is an imitation silk. This is at least half the cost of real silk,
Sounds
but
like
it looks and feels pretty much the exact same. It handles, moves, feels. I barely tell the difference unless you want the really textured silk, which is the hand silk. That's the only difference. But this one is actually very similar to machine silk, which is what most people think of when they think of silk. Unless you're thinking of
I mostly personally just want to look cool. I don't necessarily feel the need to have to be like, and every crystal was hand sewn upon this gossamer shawl, like collected from the mines of Swarovski in wherever Swarovski is, like, you know, Switzerland or something. You know, like, hand sewn on here, each one. Like, no, nobody's gonna know that.
Silk drawn from the worms by hand.
My grandmother actually did that work.
Yeah, yes, the silk was drawn out of the silkworms by hand,
and then woven and pushed up by the seamstress.
I thought the silk came from spiders.
No, it's silkworms. They look like little maggots.
I thought that. Okay, so silkworms are on mulberry trees. I know that, but I thought that spiders.
I think I read an article. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm not used to
it's okay. Am I wrong? Do I not know what I'm talking about?
I think I read an article that we are starting to create spider silk.
No way.
But that also might have been somewhere in a dream where I started dreaming about fabrics.
We are in fact working on materials that behave like spider silk does, but spider silk is not the same silk as fabric is made out of.
Yeah, spider silk is more being used for Kevlar type things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's actually its first application is catching airplanes, but that's.
I was gonna say, think of Spider-Man.
Like on aircraft
carriers. You see what he does with the webs?
For aircraft carriers, that is correct.
Huh. Interesting.
So here's my question. Speaking of spiders and spider silk, how does the silk come out of the spider without running out?
They make it in their, what was it called?
Spinneret.
That's what it's called. I was gonna say spinnerax, and I'm like, that's not right. They make it in their spinneret, and then it comes out.
They can run out.
Oh, they can? I've never heard of a spider.
Yeah, it's based on how much food they've eaten lately.
I was going to say we can continue to drool and we don't stop.
Silkworms do.
I was thinking about it, likening it to another food byproduct.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm learning all kinds of new things tonight, like all about buttons and. So go ahead, Kieran.
So silk is actually from the cocoon of a silk moth. So when the larva makes the cocoon to molt, it will make a roughly mile long or half mile long, 3/4 mile long single strand of silk, and then people carefully unravel their little cocoon and steal the silk.
That's great. The Charlie loved moths.
No, that's why I got the shivers. I was like, oh. Some people don't like spiders. I do not like moths. So,
well, as for the question about if they know it's fancy or not, seeing as spiders use their webs to catch their food, I think they have an understanding that they've figured it out.
Of course, now I kind of want to go outside and find a spider web that doesn't have a spider in it, and I want to see if I can collect it up and roll it into a thicker thread and see if. So, how is it exactly that spider silk can catch an airplane? That's what I want to know, Ion.
Well, pretty much in the same way they catch flies.
They just make it really big.
Well, no, it's that the material itself has got a great ability to stretch.
It just seems like a million spiders at a million spindles or something.
They're not actually using spiders to make the
they're
netting.
synthesizing it.
Oh,
it's not even going to be made of the same stuff as spider silk. It's going to be made inspired by spider silk.
And catching isn't the exact thought that you might think. It's more like a seatbelt, not necessarily a trampoline catching an airplane.
I was thinking of catching in the way that when you see, what am I trying to think of? Maybe cars or. It's when they run across the line and they hook a line, and then they keep going, but the line drags to slow it down. Does that make sense? Don't they do that in racing, maybe?
This is not the greatest spider silk in the world, but it is just a tribute.
What were the comments? What were some comments from our viewers?
I'm dying at some of the comments. Butt silk. Oh man, I have laughed so much tonight. Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
You're welcome.
Fancy spiders a thing that comes off the tongue?
Well,
sorry,
go ahead, Ion.
I was going to ask Tabitha a question, which was what advice you might have for someone who's just learning to sew.
Use cotton.
Yeah, not silk.
Actually, believe it or not, silk is actually one of the most forgiving fabrics I've found. It will cost you money, but as you sew it, even by hand or machine, because the way it's woven, in my experience, it actually kind of, I'm going to call it, heals itself.
Okay, I can see that.
It blends in with the threads a lot better. I wish I could show you, but I don't have any on hand right now, and all of my imitation silks are bagged up to protect it.
Well, yes, from everything. Apparently, the end of the world happening down there. So
yeah, unfortunately, if I have to bug out from my house again, I have to leave all my fabric, and that makes me sad.
Although, now that I know that you're down there, if it should come to pass that Stormy and I end up having a ladies' retreat with a certain wish fairy that we know, perhaps, I know, right? Perhaps we'll have to see whether or not we can meet you in the flesh. So did you bring for us tonight a giveaway item?
I kept debating between what I was going to do, so I decided to do two things in combination of what I've done in the previous shows I've said. Okay. So I have this and this, so it's going to go in here, and you're going to get a package deal.
Okay, so what are they?
I will explain, yeah. This is a pouch. It can hook into your belt, so nice. I will make it in another color, a requested color. I have silks, cottons, brocades. I will make one if you don't like this color. I don't know.
A pouch of your design choice, basically. Your color combo choice. Nice.
So this I've tested is big enough for a good sized clutch. I don't have it right now. It's way over there. In the land that is not Renaissance.
The land of real.
In the land of real, it's way over there. But it's big enough to fit a good sized clutch, a cell phone, car keys.
All the things.
All the things.
What was the little thing you put in there?
Yep. So this is something of my own creation. I found really helps in the fair. And I think I just knotted it up. So technical difficulties. So it can transform out into a napkin.
Ooh.
Nice. You can do a bunch of things with that.
It can become a bun cover, which I can't show you because I put my hair up all nicely today.
No, but I totally can imagine that, like over the back of your. Yep.
And it's fairly easy to do. I'm just making it look complicated because I am ungraceful.
Me too.
But see, it can become a bun cover.
Yes.
So if you have to cover your head because the sun gets too hot.
All kinds of uses with that.
Or you can use it to hide more money in.
Oh yeah, huh? It's like a little purse.
And hold it like a little reticule.
What is this magic?
With the straps like that,
Center.
looks like you could make a plague mask too.
Oh yeah,
I know.
someone does that too. So if it gets too smelly, or in California, too much filled with smoke.
It's
So in California, and you're at a fair, somehow magically becomes too smoky.
The pouches on their own in case I don't win.
I actually haven't made these to sale yet.
Ooh,
I can throw one in.
exclusive.
I can throw one in with a custom.
I might reach out to you later.
I don't know. Let's see. I've got a little bit of lace here. Cotton took me, I don't know, $15-$20.
Okay, cool. That sounds reasonable.
I was trying to think of like how much it would. Like not much. It would just take me more time.
That is
okay.
fair. Well,
But I can also throw these in with any custom order if somebody requests it.
Oh, nice.
I'll request.
And then I can use the cotton that I use to line the bodice or the tunic shirt or whatever.
I think this is actually a sneaky little trick, right? She sells the little pouches, but then it's sort of like when you buy the shoes first, and then you're like, now I need a whole outfit to match it.
I actually haven't put up custom work like this. This is something I've been kind of tinkering with in my head, and then I made it. I'm like, oh.
It's so cute. I hate
I can do
purses and anything that holds my shoulders because I have problems.
Yep.
It'd be great to have something I could just keep on my hip.
You can just.
Here, I will begin you. There you go.
You can tack it on here.
I think my mini sketchbook is that too, actually.
I think this would even work for the people who like to dress more of like the Scottish Highland kilt looks. So it can go right in front.
You can even be steampunky if you wanted. Like I think
Good.
that's pretty versatile.
That's
Go into all
kind
the
of
lands.
a staple of mine. I like making things as versatile as I can.
That's awesome.
For example, this, I'm going to call it a stay. I was about to say corset. I'm like, oh, no. The stay I have on is functional by itself, or I can have it being underpiece. I can put another dress on top of it and have the stay show in front. I do that with as much female things as I can because the amount of layers worn in the greater majority of Europe is scary. As a modern person, I believe we've minimized our clothes.
You know, I'm
Not
pretty
here
sure
in the
that
Northwest.
the only time, ever since COVID, I'm pretty sure that the only times now that I get into anything fancy like is when you see me here. And the rest of the time, I try to hide inside and only wear my pajamas.
I love pajamas.
At one time, people were like onions. And let me tell you, the smell of an onion would have been an improvement.
Oh yeah, that's accurate.
That's why if you were smart, you had a couple shifts you could wash over and over and over again. And you made sure you could beat your clothes.
I just that I'm stuck on the smell of things now, and but I mean I know that to be true because that's why they had all of their necklaces that they would put the perfumes in, and all of their handkerchiefs, you know, so they could smell something other than the putrid smell of places that had no plumbing or sewer systems or sanitation.
I think there was an element of using perfume to hide your own smell from yourself.
over and over.
See, that became actually really popular, I know, in the time Versailles started rising up. The production of perfumes, the use of perfumes actually started masking the fact that they weren't bathing because the king didn't bathe. So therefore bathing was unpopular.
So I'm just going to say this, guys. It still exists. We wear deodorant.
to cover up we make ourselves smell so we don't have to smell ourselves.
Yeah.
We also
But it's not quite the same league.
They did.
Dude, mine's a flowery scent. Wait, is it flowery scented? It should be flowery scented.
Yes, but we're talking about bathing once a year versus bathing once a few days, I suppose.
You bathe once every few days? That's a waste of water, man.
Yes, but you have to enjoy life's luxuries.
Wait.
Every few days, bathing like a king.
Wait,
You know, yes.
bathe?
Not the king of
with
Versailles,
water?
apparently.
Oh, Gunther doesn't bathe with water. What are you talking about? He doesn't ever bathe. We just throw
Bathe
him
with
out on the
tears?
sidewalk and hose him down.
I'm fairly certain there's a bar of rose water or rose oil soap in our bathroom, and I think it's just in there to smell like rose oil in the bathroom. I don't know if anyone actually uses it. It's just there to make
Well,
the
I'm pretty
bathroom
certain
smell
that
better.
Count Morbid bathes in the blood of his enemies because I have seen that he owns a chalice that says "blood of my enemies" on it. So that's probably
I think that
how
means he
tastes
drinks the blood of his enemies. I can't imagine that man fitting into that tiny cup. He is no shapeshifter.
It's
But what if
true.
he uses it like an essential oil and he just puts it in the hot water?
But it would
So
say
that it becomes
essential oil
lovely
of
scented.
the blood of my enemies.
What if he uses it like a mud mask and that's what gives him his youthful complexion?
Countess Bathory stuff.
He glowy.
Count Morbid, if you're watching this broadcast, call in and tell us what you do with the blood of your enemies. We so would
It's
like
a
to
blood
know.
mask rather than a mud mask.
A blood mask.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna say, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
actually.
like an accurate response.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
Can I say something though? Like with regards to Madame Bathory, I
absolutely not.
have dirt from her. I know, I have dirt from her grave, like where she's supposed to be buried.
Oh,
Yes. Well, so when I travel, I collect dirt from many and varied places. But also sometimes when other folks travel, they will collect things for me. For example, when Count Morbid went to Mazatlan for Christmas last year, he brought me back sand from. Yeah, he brought me back sand from Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta, I think, as well. And I had a friend that went to, I don't actually know, I would have to look at the bottle and see if it says, because there's a label on it, but went to see like wherever it was that Madame Bathory had been locked up and whatnot, you know, at the end of her life. They travel and they brought back little bits of the dirt and bottled it up, and I got one of those. And so it's up there with my Brandcastle dirt, and I have sand from the Tigris River, and I have a rock from Mount Fuji, and
I feel like that's a spell in the making. Just start adding the blood of thy enemies.
now I have one of my enemies.
She was on this book resurrecting all the goodies but oldies. You know, she's got some necromancy going on.
It sounds like you're collecting ingredients for a fantastic spell, Your Majesty.
Right? Well, you know, that is why I collected. I don't. You're not wrong.
I think you're missing the blood of your enemies, and then your spell would be complete.
No, I got that for already.
No, I guess you don't know how many enemies I have.
Apparently, I got to go down the list. My bad.
Maybe she's in cahoots.
Okay.
Out.
There's a freeze warning for tonight, so they're worried that all the little frost monsters are going to come out and frost the place. So I brought in my tomato plant because I want to hide my tomato plant from any of the frosting. And so you said dirt, and I look over at my tomato plant, and I'm like, there's dirt over there.
I have a blackberry, a mint plant, and a blueberry. Do any of them need to come in? Look, we're getting a freeze warning, and you're down there burning off the.
I was about to say, I'm like, I'll trade you right now. We're under fire watch and wind watch. It's why our power's going off. So, by the way, if I kind of disappear, it's because they turned my power off early.
Good to know.
Well, I was going to say, so we don't have a magic word yet for today. So I know. So we need a magic word.
Should be blood of thy enemies.
Blood of my enemies.
I think we've used that one already.
Not spider poop.
Spider poop. Butt silk.
Butt silk. There you go. There's the word of the day.
I'm not sure that for the rest of this week I can bring myself to tell like all of our vendors on Handmade Home Shopping on Sunday. I do not want to tell them that the magic word for the week is butt silk. I really don't.
Do it.
You know what? I'll just get all the.
And I'm just not
all the
sure that
Halloween
they'll
vendors.
understand if I'm like, the word for this week is blood of my enemies.
It's
October. It's appropriate.
You know, they'll be missing some context that I think is very important to know. So, but we have to have a magic word, because the magic word is what you guys will use to type into the comment section on the YouTubes after the show in order to be entered to win your choice of a pouch. And now, once again, I wish I could enter my own drawings because I loves the pouches. Yes, and Tabitha will make them, and you can probably look right through her store and see all kinds of fabrics that she has. So,
what about bum roll?
Bum roll. Bum roll's kind of funny.
Oh, we always could do bath time. Like count as bathery, washing.
Ooh.
What you should do after the bathroom.
Okay, so bum roll, bath time. Everybody in the comments, everybody watching is like, yes, butt silk.
Of course.
Fairy showers.
How about what?
I think
Fairy
butt
showers.
silk it is.
I can't do butt silk. I'm so sorry, Lady Ash.
You can do it. You just won't.
Yeah.
You're the princess. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, Lolly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you want to be a little nicer and people aren't looking at you like you're strange, you could always call it bottom silk.
Bottom silk.
That's cute.
Spinneret.
That's
Oh,
what
right.
I know.
How about
Wait,
this?
what?
How about this? Spinneret.
Spinneret. It's the thing that makes the butt silk.
I think I like that.
Charlotte. My name's
However,
Charlotte.
Like Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
I like Spinneret.
do Spinneret. However, we also will accept butt silk.
No.
I think it's so funny. Butt silk is so funny.
It's the best one we've thought of yet.
Maybe we should call it, because I feel like I could get away with saying bum silk, like a bum roll and butt silk put together. Bum silk.
Could use bum roll.
Yeah, bum roll was suggested.
That's an actual thing, by the way. That's an actual, yeah.
I mean, I know that.
Whenever I hear the word spinneret, I think of Spinderelli.
Fire and silk.
Like I imagine spiders have a Cinderella myth.
I think of
Spinderella.
the predecessor to pianos being the spinnet. Yep.
I think about that movie with the spiders. That the guy sticks his foot in his shoe and gets bit by the spider and dies.
What?
I think it's called arachnophobia.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. I recall a movie with Captain Kirk and a bunch of tarantulas. I don't know. I like to watch horror movies. You know, that's what happens when you're raised by people like Count Morbid.
I remember. I recall a movie with Samuel L. Jackson and a bunch of snakes on a plane.
Okay.
Slytherin's on an airship.
Oh my gosh, okay, you guys out there in the audience, do you have other suggestions for a magic word?
They gave you a bunch of suggestions. You just ignore them.
Everyone in the comments, flood it with butt silk.
Flood it with butt silk. You know what? You stop encouraging them. You're not helping, Sir Kieran. Oh man.
And
that's
Molly,
it. I don't care. I'm doing it. Butt silk it is. Butt silk it is.
Those were tribbles, not tarantulas.
I don't even care. I'm just gonna be like, you guys have to go type butt silk. And if you can...
Yay, we hooligans have won.
I caved into peer pressure.
So what you'll see is what she does in the show. If you want to know why we're using butt silk, see the last episode of Fairy News Network.
Yes, exactly.
It's more like peerage pressure.
You know,
okay.
As the princess, you did get pressured by your court. We've got a sir, we've got a baron. Who else do we have here? I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, we have a sir.
Yeah, we got the sir, we got the baron. So you were pulling from your court because you can't lose favor with them. Otherwise, you're no longer a princess.
No, then I'm a dictator.
I don't think she would still be a princess. She would just be a tyrant princess.
You know, fee, fi, fo, fum.
You're not that big.
Well, Count Morbid says I'm still infamous Dana too, so.
Yeah, we got a local celebrity over here with infamous Dana.
All right. Tabitha, must let you go for the evening. Thank you so much for joining us and having a great laugh with us about all of these things. And also, one more time, we are doing it. You guys, the magic word is butt silk. So after the show, all you have to do if you want to be entered to win, you can go into YouTube and put the word butt silk into the comments on YouTube. You will then be entered to win. The drawing will of course be next week. And also, if you want to be entered automatically into every single drawing that we do here, both on FAE News and on Author Reads on Fridays, then you can join our Patreon and you will automatically be at any level. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, you can start at $1 and go all the way up, which, I mean, it'd be awesome if you went all the way up. No. Okay. So, but yes, so there it is. And thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and that you do not catch on fire. That is.
Yeah. Good luck with this.
Farewell, Tabitha Divine, and good luck with the smoke.
Yes. And all of her information is, of course, in the low bar as well. So you can find her after the show and go get all of your awesome custom things. Look at that, Sir Kieran. Look at that. He is like usurping. He's usurping my ability.
Usurping? I am serving.
You're serving when I've asked you to do it first.
You asked. You just don't remember.
Oh. If you don't find something, tell me. Because I don't know what people want sometimes. So I'm just like, here's what I like to make.
Yes, do the thing. If you have a custom thing that you want, please send her a message because she loves that. All right. Good night, Tabitha.
Good night.
Oh man, so much. We have laughed so much on this show tonight. Oh my gosh. I'm so jazzed. Butt silk.
I think my cheeks hurt right here.
What if I type butt silk?
Butt silk?
I will count it because one of the things that we love around here is clever plays on words.
With butt silk?
That is one of my favorite friends, so.
Butt silk. That is the magic word. Oh man, my eyes are watering. Okay, you guys, this brings us to the weird news portion of the show. Hey. So while I quickly review our articles, in which we have a big old list of articles for tonight, but I know one of the ones we're going to start with. Gunther, give us a piece of gossip.
I don't want to.
Okay. Well,
let's see.
Let's see.
It says here, It says here Count Morbid is absent this evening due to the Headless Horseman missing his feet instead of his head.
What did you do, Morbid? What did you do?
Oh man, you know, I suddenly feel just like really what needs to happen is that we just need to make up as many rumors about why Count Morbid is not here tonight as possible.
Yes.
This is what you get for not being here. We're all speculating as to why. Okay.
Trying to join those 4 horsemen, trying to get on the horse. He threw out a hip or something.
I don't know. I mean, the Headless Horseman missing his feet. It sounds very concerning.
Wait, did he miss the Headless Horseman's feet, or did he miss the horse's feet, or did he miss his own feet?
That is a good question.
And
I think I confused myself.
Cause the issue, or is he trying to help the issue?
You know what? If it's Count Morbid, it's probably both.
He caused it and pretend like he didn't do it.
It's like, oh, hang on, my fault. Hang on, I fixed it. I didn't mean to.
I don't think he'd admit he broke it. He'd let them think it was somebody else and then join in to help, so it really didn't look like he did it.
Hey, Molly, you need to share. You need to share my screen right there.
I do.
You need to share it.
Oh. Okay.
What are we
So-
missing? I'm leaving. Okay, that's all you get of me tonight.
Well, I mean, it is the moon.
Although I do want that picture. So
Oh no, it's just out of reach. I'm like, I need a fan. But my fan is just out of reach. I don't think I can get it. Like, that was awesome.
I get abs tonight. Okay.
Right? Tonight's the abs workout for real. Okay, you guys here.
I'm crying.
Ion, do you have the timer? Okay. The house blue is over here. Look, he's fanning me. See?
Tell the house there's a fan under the desk.
Oh, it's right there. I mean, that's Gunther's fan. My fan is hanging on the grandfather clock.
Oh, wow.
Okay, where was I? I was doing articles. Yes. Okay, here we go. These are the 2. Oh, yes. Look. So much better. That's so much better. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. So article number 1 is naked teen covered in ranch dressing crashes at Kansas gas station. I mean, it's not cheese, but maybe it's cheesy ranch. I don't know. Let's see. Versus Iron Man's balloon is mistaken for an alien invader by an Indian village. So if you want to hear about a naked teen covered in ranch, it's a naked teen dream, smothered in margarine. No, I mean ranch dressing.
Is it Hidden Valley?
Is it Hidden
Hidden
Valley?
Valley.
Oh, no.
Ion. Okay, number 1. If you want to hear about Iron Man's balloon, which was mistaken for an alien invader, press number 2. Put your votes into the comments now. Ion, start the timer. Yes, yes. And you want to hear about the alien balloon, Sir Kieran?
I do indeed, Your Majesty.
Oh man, I don't know. I want to understand how come a teenager was driving naked, smothered in ranch dressing.
I am kind of curious. Was he on drugs?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm wondering if he crashed and spilled the ranch dressing, but then why was...
Why are they naked?
I could tell you, Dana, no, that's not what happened. It actually happened in a way.
You are not supposed to spoil the article, Gunther.
Does that just stain the seat?
I don't know. How would I know?
Dana's asking because she's concerned about how to clean it.
I see you guys out there watching, and so you better put your votes into the comments now. unless you're watching on, what are the shares? Unless you're watching on a watch party. If you are on a watch party, I cannot see your votes, sadly. I can only...
So the timer has run out, but we can probably give them a few more seconds.
The timer has run out. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, you guys. What do you vote for, Ion? One, or do you want to see the ranch-covered teen, or do you want to do the... Okay, Stormy, hold up your fingers, you guys. 1 or 2. Make your votes. We've got 4 votes. 4 votes for... 6 votes for... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see Camellia and Justinian there also. Oh, wait. Justinian. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you're still quite outnumbered. Oh man. Okay, so
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
You did that, and really, seriously, I suddenly just had this I can't even get out of my own screen. I was like, inchworm, gotta know.
That's what I was doing.
But then your inchworm was doing like the backstroke, because you're like, you're killing me.
Back to our regular scheduled program.
Right? Okay. Let me get the.
What one, anyways? I wasn't paying attention.
Number 1. So the teen. What? There it is. Okay. Yes, naked teen covered in. If it turns out to be a dumb one, we'll just do, because sometimes they turn out to be really dumb, and it's really annoying. So
they're fake titles just to clickbait you.
Yes, and we fall for it every now and again. So
sometimes, yeah.
Rude.
Because I'm gonna have to read this, so I have to breathe here for a second. Okay.
Oh, that means stop laughing for a moment or two, right?
Yeah, that is what that means. Okay. Oh, let's see. Wichita Eagle. I didn't have any Florida man, so we couldn't really put the teen in. What is this? No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got to do the ad thing. Hold on.
The ad thing.
Now, refresh. There we go. So, naked teen covered in ranch dressing crashes at Kansas gas station, sheriff says. A teenage boy who was naked and covered in ranch dressing crashed a vehicle at the Kansas gas station early Saturday morning. The disturbance was reported to 911 around 3:30 a.m. at the Petro Deli convenience store, said the sheriff's statement. A 17-year-old male was naked and under the influence of a substance. Whoa. Whatever it was.
What a surprise.
Yeah, but whatever it was, they apparently were. So under the influence of a substance implies not alcohol, because normally they say if it's alcohol. So let's see. So he covered himself in ranch dressing, damaged property inside a business, ran outside and jumped into a running vehicle, and then crashed into a nearby pillar. I mean, I'm glad he's alive, but what craziness is that?
So it was not his own vehicle. Okay.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, was it even his own vehicle, or was he just like ran?
Sound like it is.
It doesn't sound like it to me either. I don't even know, how would you even handle that? Deputies took the boy.
So what if he really wanted chicken wings, but didn't want to mess up his
Sounds
clothes?
like he wanted to be a chicken wing.
But he didn't want to mess up his clothes. But then he realized he had no more pockets and couldn't pay for it, so he had to run quickly.
I think that probably after he did the damages when he ran. I don't know. He was taken to a local hospital and later released to his parents. The criminal aspects of this incident are under investigation, the sheriff's office said. We are happy to report that no one was injured during this incident. But you know what? Except for this kid, because if he lives in some small town in Kansas, you know that by the time he's 35 human years old, people are going to be like, oh, aren't you ranch boy? forever for the rest of his life. That's how he'll be known.
Ranch boy.
Or how about Dip guy? Dipper.
Just call him Dip. Hey, Dip, what's going on, Dip?
That's why I'm just trying to say that might be punishment enough, man. Camellia says that he ate magic mushrooms, no doubt.
Probably. There you go.
Magic something, I'm just saying.
Dipping the mushrooms in the ranch, and that's how it got all over him.
Spoiler alert, it was meth.
Oh. I don't know. I don't have the experience to be able to comment.
Wildly speculate. That's half the fun.
That's like all the fun, right? It's just wild speculation. What happened here?
All everywhere.
Okay, so that one was short. It was short and sweet. It's over now. Our relationship with that article is done. And
that's been bugging you all night since you saw it heading in.
Well, I did really kind of want to know exactly how that came to pass. It's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not just the ranch kid. He's like the rancher.
The ranch hand, if you will.
The ranch hand. Okay, so now let's see. We're gonna do an animal one. So teaching rats to drive tiny cars helps them relax. That's like the opposite of every human ever, right? Versus a caterpillar with vomit-inducing poison fur is taking over Virginia.
I'm gotta know
What?
that. I have more questions about that.
Okay, so Ion, please start the timer. And if you would like to hear about number 1, which is teaching rats to drive tiny cars helps them relax, then press number 1 into the comments now. And if you want to hear about a caterpillar with vomit-inducing poison fur taking over Virginia, press number 2. Number 1 is for tiny rats, and number 2 is for vomit caterpillar.
I mean, I just want to see a picture of the rats driving the car.
The truth comes out
Do
of
the male rats prefer sports cars?
I don't know, but I like how the truth finally comes out of Stormy. She's like, I just want to see the pictures of cute rats in cars.
There they are.
Oh, little beans.
Oh my god, you're not supposed to spoil.
Oh, am I not supposed to do that? Oh.
Well, we don't know what people will vote on. That spoils it if they vote on number 1.
It's juicy. There's more to learn.
It's juicy. Oh man, we have 1 vote for number 2, 1 vote for number 1. Uh-oh.
Did you know
Where's our timer at? Ion, did the timer run out?
Yep, just now.
We have a tie.
Timer
Everybody
ran
hold
out.
up. What do you want to hear? Would you like to hear about rats in cars or the vomit-inducing caterpillar taking over Virginia? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. Stormy, what about you? What are you doing over there, Miss Mischief? We have 2 votes for 1 and 5 votes for 2. So I guess caterpillar it is. Okay.
Because,
It's all
that's a catchy
with
thing.
more moths.
Okay, had to breathe some air there for a second because just like the laughing tonight is off the charts. It's probably a good thing Count Morbid isn't here. He probably break out in hives with all of the laughing.
There's too much joy, too much joy.
Exactly. This show is not nearly dour enough. Here we go. A caterpillar with vomit-inducing poison fur is taking over Virginia.
What in the... Is that it?
I think so. It's called a puss caterpillar, which you should absolutely not
Hold
pet.
on. What?
This whole caption right here is so wrong in so many ways.
Puss or pus?
I would say, like Puss in Boots.
Puss.
I don't.
Now that
I
looks
don't
like
know.
trouble.
But you're right, that sentence is completely off.
I actually don't know now why you have confused me, Sir Kieran. It might be pus, but I thought like Puss in Boots, and that's how you spell Puss in Boots. So okay.
You distinctly know what kind it is because it's from the 70s.
Yeah, it's a 70s
Shag.
caterpillar.
Oh my God, it's not that.
You just said that.
They didn't say nothing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. The West Coast is dealing with murder hornets entering a slaughter phase. Now the East Coast is getting in on the bad bug action too, as furry poisonous caterpillars that can make people vomit and feel like they're going into shock spread across Virginia.
Oh my goodness.
So,
get a load of this.
We're now going to have the Pus Caterpillar Challenge. It's going to go right along with the Tide Pod one. Just lick the sucker and see what happens.
This is the puss moth. It's the full-grown
it's beautiful.
post cocoon puss caterpillar. Big furry fucker. Look at this thing.
That is my favorite.
Language, Kieran, language.
Yes.
Oh, can I swear on this?
Very fly.
Well, obviously you have the ability to.
May I? May I?
That was our one.
Sounds like I can't.
I'm doing what you should do, though.
That was our one for the PG rating.
That was our one for the PG. There it is. Okay, so that looked really cool. So anyway, it says here, more like United States of get these horror show bugs out of here. Am I right? Oh boy. Let's see. I'm tired. Let me have this. Let's see. Virginia's Department of Forestry has received reports of now I don't even know, of puss caterpillars putzing around the state. The caterpillars are about 1.5 inches long and look like the result of a shag rug, if a shag rug and a clamshell mated. Oh man, this article, I don't even know. Okay. Okay, so let's see. As a bald person, I would absolutely kill to have the caterpillar's luscious locks. As a person who values not vomiting while in the fetal position, there's no way in hell I'm going near that thing. Puss caterpillar's fuzz hides spines filled with poison. It is the most poisonous caterpillar found in the U.S., and its sting can cause nausea, vomiting, swelling and itching, and feelings of anxiety. Well, I think that if all of the first 4 things were happening, I would then have feelings of anxiety.
I would. If somebody was saying I'm having those feelings, I would be saying there's some weed, man.
Oh yeah, not pleasant to say the least. In recent weeks, Virginia residents have unfortunately had a chance to experience this. A woman in the Richmond area touched one and said it felt like a scorching hot knife passing through the outside of my calf. Wow. She was admitted to the emergency room. I wonder if you can harvest whatever. Yeah, that's, I mean.
She's going to weaponize it and use it against her enemies.
This is my weaponized fuzzy caterpillar.
Yes, use them to capture airplanes.
That's the picture.
Okay, let's see. This is Virginia's second outbreak of weird bugs this year. Cicadas over. Am I saying that word right? Cicada. Okay, I always want to say cicada, not either of anything.
Yes, they're having the biblical apocalypses all over the East Coast.
Don't we do that every 7 years or something? That's over around the state this summer, buzzing up a storm. I mean, that's a thing, though. That's their cycle is 7 years or something. Let's see. Yeah, it says they work. Nice. Let's see. They emerge every 2 decades. Oh, 2 decades. Okay. Like clockwork. The puss caterpillar's appearance in Virginia, though, is surprising. While their range runs as far north as New Jersey, they mostly hang in the south and in parts of Texas. But Virginia has had a wet and warm summer, which could be driving the uptick in caterpillar sightings. Climate change is, of course, a factor in hotter than normal conditions and is causing more heavy downpours though Virginia has no discernible overall trend in summer precipitation. Sometimes I feel like I should actually try to sound like a newscaster when I read these, as opposed to just sort of reading. But
There was one time where you did the Australian accent that we all started giggling at.
She tried to do the Australian accent.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for tried. Yes, it was still funny.
Do an Australian accent. What
It's
are you
okay, I can't do it either.
It was about an animal, I think.
I
Yeah,
tried to do a British one and it sucked.
Let's see.
British.
Blah, blah, blah. Climate change. Even if they pose a painful threat to those whom they encounter, at least the puss caterpillars aren't the latest sign of climate apocalypse or invasive species run amok, which is nice since my finite pool of worry has run about dry at this point. What?
What Davis popped up on your screen? You were reading that.
What?
What?
Oh, that's a puss caterpillar.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna make him big.
Yeah, that's from Wikipedia. That is a puss caterpillar. They're about an inch long, and they look like kitties with no heads. Really creepy.
I feel like it needs to have those. When I see it, I feel like it should have those wheels underneath it so that you can, like, when you pull it backward, it's like, like it just goes along on its own.
You know that thing that cats do where they sit down and they cross their arms and they hide their paws in their fur and they just kind of look like a head and a tail? It looks like the puss caterpillar's doing that, except also it doesn't have a head.
I mean, it must have something somewhere.
I kind of have the urge to put little googly eyes on them.
I mean, you're brave if you want to touch it. I'm just saying.
That'll be the first poisonous butt freckle ever.
I have no clue what they eat. They probably eat leaves like other caterpillars. Justinian wants to know what they eat. I don't know. They're really cute, though. I mean, that makes it kind of dangerous because if you were a little kid and you saw it, you might try to pet it, and no, that's terrible. So, sadness, man, what an evil little creature. Okay. Whew. So, that was next article. Let's see. Gunther, please give us a piece of gossip.
Okay.
Oh, puss caterpillars eat oak and elm leaves.
How do you even know that? Are you cheating? Are you looking at Uncle Google? Oh, this one's cool.
Yes, I was on the wiki. I said I got that picture from Wikipedia. I just hit back and looked at it.
Apparently, just saying. Apparently, it is true the fact. Is it true the fact that Gunther has a list of people he's considering for the position of Baron? One of which being the ghost of Tom Jones, the creature of the Black Lagoon, and Count Morbid's dust bunnies.
Well, clearly Count Morbid's dust bunnies are the best candidates.
Count Morbid, I don't know. They might be
quite a few of them.
He's probably got more than a couple, being a dead body and such.
What you do is you get Frank to smuggle them out.
I don't know which one of these I want to do.
Do them all. Twice. Sassafras.
I am not looking at Jetpack Man. I think Jetpack Man was just so excited that he got in the news because he was like...
No, that was the second one, though. There's a second guy.
In a different jetpack?
No, there's a second sighting of the jetpack thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jetpack guy needs to stop.
Are you serious?
He clearly doesn't have his Ferry Aviation Association license.
What's that over there, Stormfae?
I feel like you're being prejudiced against Jetpack Man.
So?
Knock it off.
Okay, here we go. I think I've picked them. Let's see. Girl 8 pulls a 1,500-year-old sword from a lake in Sweden. So that will be number 1. Versus number 2, which is a murderer who wielded a narwhal tusk to stop a terrorist gets a royal pardon. What? Okay, so if you want to hear about a girl who pulls a 1,500-year-old sword from a lake, press number 1 now. If you want to hear about a murderer who wields a narwhal tusk to stop a terrorist, press number 2. And Ion, please start the timer. Yes? Oh, goodbye, Stormy.
Where'd she go?
I don't know, but I feel like she needs to have a cane for that, right? Like that just goes around her waist and off she goes to the side. Yes. Girl pulling a sword from lake, number 1, and narwhal tusk wielding murderer who stops a terrorist. Wow, so many things going wrong. It seems like that's a crazy title. I mean, I kind of want to hear about the girl, but I also kind of want to hear about. I want to hear about the narwhal tusk wielding. Yes.
Then you shouldn't have put them against each other.
The unicorn book that I got. Let me see if I can reach it. Oh man, I can't. It's like literally just out of reach. I bet underneath that pile of books. I should show you guys. House Lou to the rescue. He's going to help me. I think it's on the very bottom of that pile, House Lou. This is not the unicorn guide. This is not the unicorn guide. It's a big pink book. It's all the way at the bottom. Stop it! No. It's a big pink book, not a little pink book. See, there's also the little pink unicorn book. This is the one. Hey, go take those back. Okay. I am while we're waiting for that timer.
What everybody just saw.
Timer's already elapsed.
I'm certain.
What everybody just saw is basically my day.
Okay.
That's how life is for me every day.
I saw it in here so many times. I'm looking for it. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys what it says because narwhals are in the unicorn book. And it seemed like it was so important for them to put this in here. Whatever. I don't even know. What? Oh, here we go. It wants you to know. This book wants you to know this very important thing. Here we go. I'm going to embiggen myself real quick. You guys, narwhals are not really the unicorns of the sea.
They're not?
I beg to disagree.
You want to know?
They look like unicorns. They quack like unicorns. They're unicorns.
It's actually a tooth that protrudes to their head.
It smells so good. Look, it's even got
Same difference.
Okay. So let me pull this article up. Now that we've clarified that narwhals are not the unicorn of the sea. I don't even know how that was a question, actually. My brain doing the thing that it does. Oh, which number 1? Okay, so we have 1 vote for 2, 1 vote for 1. All of you guys hold your fingers up. What do you want? Do you want to hear no? 3 is not a number. So 1, 2, 3 votes for 2, 2 votes for 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for 2, and 3 votes for 1. So number 2 wins. Okay. Let's see here. And that is the murderer one.
What'd you get, Dana? Fabric?
I got fabric, yes.
She gets so happy about it.
I'm trying not to spoil this.
Oh.
Here we go. Murderer who wielded narwhal tusk to stop a terrorist gets a royal pardon. Queen Elizabeth II approved a rare form of clemency for an inmate who used a whale tusk to help end a deadly terrorist attack near London Bridge last year. If it was an inmate, why were they on the outside?
Work release?
He became an inmate after he killed the terrorist.
No. It actually says what he's there for in the article.
It doesn't say to help end a deadly terrorist attack. It doesn't say they killed the terrorist. Okay, we're going to read on. He
ended up being shot by the police.
Queen Elizabeth II has approved a rare. Did Dana just totally spoil the whole thing? Wow.
Not the guy with the narwhal tusk. The terrorist guy. I'm gonna shut up now.
Okay. Queen Elizabeth has approved a rare royal pardon for an inmate convicted of murder who used a narwhal tusk to help stop a terrorist attack. And where do you just find narwhal tusks laying around? In which 2 people were killed before the assailant was killed by the police on London Bridge. What was that, Stormy?
Dana's just flailing. It's cute.
The decision to pardon the murderer, Stephen Gallant, was in recognition of his exceptionally brave actions, which helped save people's lives despite the tremendous risk to his own, a spokeswoman for the Ministry of Justice said in a statement on Monday. If a parole board approves, Mr. Gallant's minimum 17-year sentence would be reduced by 10 months. The attack... Wow. Hold on. The attack in... Hold on. His minimum 17-year sentence would be reduced by 10 months. So he only has to go to jail for 16 years and 2 months?
That must be
He's
time
already
already
been
served.
in jail.
Let's see. The attack in November 2019, wow, this is old, began at a prisoner rehabilitation conference when a former inmate in attendance stabbed and killed 2 young rehabilitation advocates, Jack Merritt and Saskia Jones, and fled before eventually being subdued on London Bridge. 3 others were also injured before the assailant, Usman Khan, 28, was fatally shot by the police. Mr. Khan had served 8 years for a terrorism-related offense, but had been released in December 2018. Mr. Gallant, who was imprisoned in 2005, was among a crowd of people who banded together to take the assailant down with an unconventional weapon, a narwhal tusk, which had been a wall decoration at Fishmonger's Hall, the historic building that hosted the conference.
All right. Questions answered.
He was in
See,
the
I
hall.
didn't have to say it all.
He was in the hall of the narwhal for the day on a prison day release program. Oh my gosh, you were so close. It almost was like work release. Let's see. When he heard noises and saw injured people, he found Mr. Khan holding 2 large knives and wearing a fake bomb around his waist. He was a clear danger to us all, so I didn't hesitate. He used a chair and the tusk. I'm just trying to imagine picking up a chair as like a shield and a narwhal tusk, like ta 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 ta
How
ta.
many people love you?
Oh man. Male narwhals are a species of unicorn. They have a single straight tusk that can grow up to 9 feet long. This one, 9 feet long. Wow. This one was about... That's amazing.
So the reason narwhals are not unicorns is because the horn of a unicorn comes out of their forehead, whereas the horn of a narwhal comes out of their nose. So they're actually a species of Pinocchio, not unicorn.
That was great.
Oh no.
It makes them dirty, dirty liars.
I actually thought that a narwhal's tusk was its front tooth.
It's the same.
That
I think
may
it's
be.
like the same area, and so it's technically a tooth, right?
I know. I don't know, but I read somewhere, because I often read things. As you know, that yes, I read things. Let's see.
Sometimes.
Okay. Let me look at this really quick. Let's see. The pardon was welcome news, his lawyer, Neil Hudgel, said, adding that Mr. Gallant hoped to be a positive example to others. What? I love that. How are you a positive example to others? I stab murderers with sea unicorn horns. Narwhal horns.
You may as well just say that. You may as well.
He's passionate about using his knowledge and experiences to help others steer away from crime. You just got to grab the narwhal by the horn, he said.
No, you did not.
Mr. Gallant will be eligible for parole next June, though a parole board will have a final say on whether he can be released early. Let's see. And then we go, I don't know, a bunch about into the whole thing. Let's see. The Queen can exercise a royal prerogative of mercy. Wow. Okay.
She hasn't done one of those in 25 years, which is why it's such a big thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
She was
I
waiting
got
for somebody with a
excited.
ball.
I think he should have saved the pardon for his next crime and just served the remaining 10 months.
I actually am surprised it's not more than 25 years, to be perfectly honest. But then again, who knows what the other one was about? So,
Well, apparently everyone who was there for the conference was talking about how Gallant was so brave and that his actions were the main why everyone else was acting as well, and that the son of the person he murdered or was convicted of murder for way back when said that he may be actually willing to meet Gallant now because of him being brave and obviously turning and changing and being someone new now, which is kind of neat. It was heartwarming, and I loved hearing about the queen partying people because, like, royal parties are like, woo! And so I was telling people here in my house about this whole thing. So I was,
Did you all start to cry then?
yeah. But we're talking about novels and my fabric.
okay. It is 9:24, and that basically brings us. But it pretty much brings us to the end of the show. But I really do. I also am with Stormy in that I want to see the pictures of the rats learning to drive the cars. So hey, wait, what's that? Hold that fabric up. Whoa! What in the heck are? What in the heck? Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, it's unicorn fabric. I like it.
There's 4 different prints in this bag. So this one is
unicorn fan castles and ice cream cones. Nice.
I had to.
You're precious.
Okay, I've got it. It's here. We're gonna look at the pictures of these rats because I too want to see the pictures of the rats. Oh, hey, don't scroll so fast. Okay. Oh, look at their little cars. It's like they're basically made. It's like they're made out of those like the peanut. Oh my gosh, what? I wanna expand that.
Is there a video? There has to be videos. Come on.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna scroll down. Yes, here we go. Actually, if it was bumper cars, I could see how that might de-stress.
Like, super precious. I can't.
It's adorable.
Look at him. He turned around. He's like, I'm gonna go this way.
If we can keep training them, we can give them jobs as Roombas.
Oh my god, brilliant!
Well, I mean, they could drive next February 1st Uber car.
No, I knew that there was an Uber joke that was coming there. I was like, no! So I don't think Sir Kieran is familiar with the Uber ARF joke.
No, I missed that.
You know what's funny is Count Morbid submitted this one. I'm pretty sure he had an Uber ARF joke waiting to happen.
Yes, because now it's a Roomba rat, right?
Yes.
Somebody tell Sir Kieran about Uber ARF.
So there it was, April 1st.
Yeah.
It was April 1st, and I was putting articles in, and I put that article into her thing that it said dogs learning to drive for Uber, thinking that she'd see the title and know it was bull. She didn't. She thought it was real, that dogs were going to start driving Uber for people.
I didn't think the dog was going to actually do the driving, but we, up here where we live, we are in the land of Amazon, which has been testing driverless vehicles, right? And so I thought that it might be a driverless vehicle that they just put a dog in the front seat. That way, when it comes to pick you up, you feel happy because there's a dog there to greet you.
Going through and reading
that now, though. That is a fantastic idea.
If it were Brian Griffin, I could see it happen, but anything else, no.
she's going through and reading the article, and Morbid's losing his mind because he can tell that she believes it's real.
It took me half the article to realize that it wasn't real. Because I was like, yeah, you can just put the dogs in the driverless car, and you can order them on Uber, and then when the car arrives, there's a happy dog that's there to greet you, right? You don't.
That sounds amazing.
Best business idea.
See?
It was the best. It was the best April Fool's joke.
Now imagine that, except instead of a happy puppy, there's like a 6-pack. And you get off of work, and you're stressed. You just want to get home. Driverless Uber, you just hang out.
Wait, you could have both. You could have a Saint Bernard with a little thing around his neck.
Oh, bourbon. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So interestingly, self-driving cars and people being drunk inside them has already been addressed in the courts, and it doesn't go well for the people.
Maybe they're self-driving cars and having relations in them, which happened in Canada.
Hey. Subject matter.
Okay, distraction. This one has wings.
It is not coming out, guys.
It's a land narwhal.
That makes it an alicorn.
An alicorn, yes. So here we are coming to the end of the show. This week's magic word is butt silk. So
She's like ready
I'm
for
glad
it.
that passed.
Right, if you guys want to be entered to win a handmade pouch in the fabric of your choosing, all you have to do is go to the YouTube channel and put the magic word into the comments after the show. There it is. That's the magic word. And you will be entered, or, because you can have a maximum of 2 entries, join our Patreon at any level. You will also get an entry for doing that, and you will also always be automatically included in every drawing that we do.
She's freaking killing me.
I know. I can't believe she can do that. I'm so impressed. I'm like,
I have balance, but no depth perception.
Are you a quest giver now? Like an exclamation point over your head? We go to you for the quest.
What day are we on? We are on Wednesday. Yes. So this means, I have to share with you guys too before. Oh man, where do I have this posted? Let's see.
You don't have it posted.
I am fairly certain that you are actually correct. I super want to show you. So I'm really excited about this week's author on Friday. Our author interview. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Look at Sir Kieran.
Look, I can't look at Sir Kieran. What is even happening? How did you even do that?
The village needs you.
The village needs you.
I wish to give you a quest.
Oh man, my face tonight is just, it's off the charts. So here we go. Okay. No, I'm looking for the thing that I want to pull up. I'm so excited for our author. Let's see.
Joseph Corso?
Yes. And I'm trying to find a place where I have this posted, because I don't think I put it yet on the Instagram. And
I can YouTubes.
Yes, it is on the YouTubes, but I wanted to show everybody on the screen. So let me see.
On the screen.
I can. I have to do it like this. So give me a second. Boom. Pretty sure.
Where's my share screen thingy?
Okay. Can you guys see that? Yes. So he is a pretty well-known, I'm really excited, author and artist, Dragon Con, many awards from Dragon Con, attendee there, has just been doing amazing fairy art in the realm for a long time. And he's had this series of books, which is kind of a compilation of the book, of his art, like his photography art, with the story and the realm that go around it. And that is what you're looking at, the covers of those there. But he does some really great work, and so I'm super excited to have him on the show on Friday. I hope you guys will tune in. It is 2 p.m. Pacific time, as everything basically is Pacific time, because, well, that's That's where we're at. So that's where I'm at. So there it is. But yes, so Friday, Joseph Corso, 2 p.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, back here again on Sunday for handmade home shopping. And that is from 4 to 5 p.m. I don't even know what's going on over there with Sir Kieran. I don't even know.
That was a picture of Corso, of the author.
Oh, I guess it was too small for me to see. Oh, yeah, that is him. Okay. So please join us. We will see you guys. Remember, butt silk is the magic word. Go enter it. And I hope everybody has a good night. We are going to go food our faces now. Goodbye, everybody. Yes.
Goodbye.
Subscribe.
Thank you, Divine Costume Design, for your wonderful butt silk pouch.
Indeed.
We will see you guys next week at the very least.